Davies. He is the current elected mayor of the city of Monmouth. Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, Vanessa.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. We have a lot of activity around the square this morning on our current project, and we found a number of underground surprises, which is to be expected in something like this. So we've had to take on a few more projects, and so we're moving moving through those, and I'm hoping our quadrant will be done in the next 2 weeks, completely done. So,
wow.
So they're moving forward. They're working on the median out on North Main, and that will be the process this week. There's found a large void underneath the northbound lane of North Main, and so we're going to work on. I think we've found the source of that problem, so we're going to be replacing a large manhole section there and some inputs from the sewers there. So we'll get that out of the way and keep going.
Okay. We'll talk more about city updates coming up next Tuesday after the city council meeting.
Absolutely.
You're here today to officially announce your candidacy for mayor.
Yes, Vanessa. I know I had talked about retiring after this term, and it's my concern for the city and all of the challenges that we have before us and the unfinished projects that we have in the queue and the replacement of our administrator in the next 1 to 2 years have driven me to continue to seek another term. We have about $38 million worth of capital projects in the queue. Of that, some of them are grant funded and some of them aren't. The two biggest ones, of course, is our replacement of the lead service lines, which has been required by the federal government, and the other is phase 3 of the combined sewer overflow. Again, another project that's been mandated, and between those two and the need to replace one of our fire engines, we're looking at about a $12 million unfunded capital projects before us. So, it's that, and we have to maintain our budget and our finances, and also seek out hopefully a regional search that nets us an administrator with experience and a master's in public administration to help us move forward and to ensure the future is stable and as we've had it to be now.
Okay. So when will that regional search for a new city administrator begin, do you think?
I think it'll be in the next 12 to 24 months. So, we want to be prepared and on hand for that. I've worked with 5 administrators, and we've conducted 2 other national searches. And so we'll call on that experience to help us lead another search.
Okay. For those that don't know you, tell people about yourself.
Sure. I've been a lifelong resident of Monmouth. I have a wife, Dee Dee, and we'll be married 50 years in November. We have 2 children, Trevor and Alyssa. My family goes back for generations here in Monmouth, and so our roots are deep here, and I have a great deal of concern for our city. I graduated from Monmouth College. After graduating there, I went to Bradley University to continue my study in accounting. And after that, I passed the CPA exam, and I worked nights and weekends for Homer Shoemaker and his public accounting firm. Gained a lot of experience there to help me pass the CPA exam. I was doing that while working in the family business, which a lot of folks will remember was on South 11th Street. We had our scrap metal and auto parts recycling business there, and my grandfather and father were there, and I stayed there until my father retired, and then I went to work with and became Homer Shoemaker's business partner, and then became full-time CPA in public practice. So, and I've been there for over 30 years. We just sold our practice and retired a year ago. So I've been able to devote more full-time to being at City Hall and assisting our administrative team in the day-to-day operations at the city.
You have mentioned a couple times now that you're concerned for the city of Monmouth, and you've mentioned the $38 million projects that are all in the queue. What else is concerning you for the city? And that's one of the reasons you're running again, is this concern.
Absolutely. And again, this unfunded projects that's, again, been mandated upon us, goes back, we haven't faced one quite that large since I was first elected in 2004, and we were facing the mandate to build an $18 million wastewater treatment plant, and the city at the time didn't have any funds to do it. So our engineers were telling us that we needed to raise water and sewer rates to our residents as much as 40%, and I felt that was unacceptable. So we went to work and utilized a lot of my experience with government finance, and we were able to look at all of our debt and restructure that debt, refund some, and then also issue some capital appreciation bonds, which allowed us to go forward with that project, fund it, and then also worked with our the industrial partner at the time, Farmland Foods, and we had to adjust their water and sewer rates to more closely reflect their true cost, and so they through some negotiations we were able to get that done. And we've been here for quite some time, and our council and administrative team, we've worked well together, and in 2008 we faced one of the most challenging financial challenges in our history since the Great Depression. That was the financial crisis of 2008. We were able to maintain our city services and maintain our financial reserves and our operating cumin to keep things going, financially sound. And we didn't anymore get through the 2008 financial crisis. That once again, when COVID hit, we had to change and adapt, and then deal with the challenges that COVID threw us, reductions of revenues, mandates, again, challenges that we all faced. And we, again, made some difficult decisions, but maintained our city services and maintained the stability in our city finances. And now we face, yet again, we've always had challenges along the way, but now we have this almost $13 million we're going to have to figure out how to pay for, as well as continue to fund our public safety pensions. We spend almost $2 million a year in funding our public safety pensions, and that is only going to continue to grow as the state sounds like they are enhancing the benefits, and so that will require even greater contributions, so we'll have to manage that. We will continue to fund, as we have, our pensions, and then also the governor just not long ago has told us that he will be reducing our local shared revenues by about $300,000.
Really? When did that occur? When did that happen?
In the last budget session.
$300,000?
Yeah, that our share. I think every community in the state will be facing it, and we, as best we can calculate, ours will be about a $300,000 shortfall we'll no longer get. So we'll have to work through that. I mean, these are all challenges we face, and I feel as a CPA and someone who understands government funding, government finance, and understands the restricted use funds, what you can and can't use for certain projects. I think that's important. And so we'll continue to be here and work on this and hopefully guide us through another transition to, to the next crisis.
Right.
Yep.
It is 8:52. We're talking with Rod Davies, who's the incumbent running for mayor. It's all in 2025.
Yes.
April the 1st, I believe, in
Yes.
2025 is when the election is.
Yep.
And we got just a couple of minutes left. Platform, tell people what you're running on.
Sure. Again, we have a number of things that we all want to do. We've been working on housing for a long time, and when we found our developer and our home builder, we thought we were well on our way, and it would be fairly straightforward to get it finished. We've spoken to 4 different landowners, and folks just aren't ready to part with their land yet. And so finding the right location for that. We just went down to, and that would be for individual homes. And we just last week went down to Macomb to meet with a group of communities that are working with developing a land bank that will trying to get a design from a manufacturer home builder they're going to try to buy a group of 100 homes, and so that we can get in line for 10 of those homes for some of our infill lots. And so that's on the horizon. We're working through that. We feel pretty good about working towards that solution of that problem. I think it's just we're continuing to fund our pensions, continuing to grow our infrastructure projects so that we can continue to grow our tax base. Everything we do is geared towards, ensuring that we're able, that, living in Monmouth is affordable. A lot of these small communities are facing so much cost of operations that it's difficult to stay affordable. I think we found out just a few months ago, and I think we talked about it on one of our morning shows, that Monmouth was on the list of the top 15 most affordable communities in Illinois. That's something we've worked hard to do, and it's something that we strive to continue to do, to make sure that we are an affordable place, a great place to call home. And we've been working with a number of local groups to continue our economic development and our growth, and we want to continue that momentum in that direction. And we have so many projects that will help us keep up with the growth that we're seeing right now in some of our industrial partners. And so, this infrastructure is important. It's important to our citizens because most of it we have to do, and if we don't do it properly, it's our residents that have to pay for it. So that's an important piece to this. And also we're continuing our working relationship with the college and a number of different organizations throughout the city.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming in today to announce your re-election bid for mayor.
Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate the opportunity.
Okay, good luck. That is Mayor Rod Davies. He will be running for re-election in 2025. That election takes place on April 1st.